TikToker by the name of Henry Beasley is facing a lot of backlash after he posted a video of himself reacting to a child who was crying, but quite honestly screaming on a flight for his 29-hour trip to Berlin.
That's a long trip.
No, I would, look.
I missed that fact.
Planes are purposely set up to be torture chambers already without the screaming child. With the screaming child, especially on a 29-hour trip, I can understand the frustration. I can. Now, I don't know how I feel about this story, so let's give you more, and then we'll talk it out. We'll talk it out. Yeah. We got to see the video, of course. And with that said, here is the original TikTok video he posted.
Rate my 29-hour flight to Berlin.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah, that was bad. That's tough.
So people are mad at him.
People are mad at him. So this has now caused a heated debate. It's hot. Many commenters do sympathize with him, and how could you not? How could you not? Honestly, the sound of children crying is a very difficult sound to deal with. Like, I have young nieces, and when one of them is like inconsolable, just cry, it drives me crazy because it's like, they're upset. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's just a terrible sound. Like it sounds like they're in distress and you want to make it stop.
Yeah,
and
but maybe
also,
you don't have a closet that you could put them in, like a soundproof door.
No, he says this, honestly, there should be kid-free flights and kid flights. No, this is an anonymous TikTok user who said that there should be kid-free flights and kid flights. They shouldn't let kids on flights longer than 4 hours, okay?
No, noted both of us, that's too much.
Okay, so we'll talk about it.
We already can't get people on planes in America. We're now gonna distribute between kid and no kid, and it's too much, it's too much.
We live in a society. And
we did.
And yeah. And there's a lot of people in that society.
It's the worst part of it.
And it's hard, it's hard. Yeah. It really is hard. I just wanna say, the parents of that screaming child, I guarantee you feel absolutely awful and they would do anything to make it stop. But sometimes it's just nothing works.
Yeah.
And I can imagine the parents or parent, if it's just one of them there, feeling embarrassed. Like, who wants to draw attention to themselves in a negative way?
Yeah.
Right? So like,
Trump.
Just take it easy on the parents. Like, you gotta be kind of understanding. And like, the reason why I say we live in a society and there's a lot of people is because, yeah, like it sucks. Like, you have to share space with people. People have annoying habits, or you deal with children who cry, like in this case. So like, I wanna be understanding, but at the same time, I think the backlash against this guy is a little overboard. So let's get to the backlash real quick. So there are other people who have like called him out as being like a judgmental, insensitive prick. So let's take a look at this next video.
I've got some advice for you on this one, actually. Stay home. Don't go out in public. There's kids there. Baby, this is a you problem, not a them problem.
I know it sucks when there's a screaming baby on a plane, but I promise you that nobody is more miserable than the parent of that child right now, because they're the ones who are having so much anxiety and stress over the fact that they can't calm their baby down, and they know that that child is pissing all of you off, and there's nothing they can do about it. They can't go somewhere else. They can't take their baby somewhere else. They're on an international flight, a 29-hour flight. I can almost guarantee it's for something necessary, not vacation. And maybe it is vacation. People travel with their kids. I know it sucks. Put your headphones on. Take a nap. You don't have to deal with that screaming baby. You just have to hear it. That poor parent has to deal with that the entire flight.
You know what? I just realized, earplugs.
Well, he had headphones. Look, noise canceling headphones are more common than they've ever been. That's helpful. Now, you don't always necessarily want to have noise canceling headphones in, because at least for me, it can, like having no sound in a high pressure environment actually can be really like, it can make you feel sick too. But anyway, I think, I don't really understand the point of the first video. The second one, she's trying to be nice.
Yeah.
The second one
I like the second one,
actually. The second one I think is a perfectly reasonable response to a video that he didn't put out. Unless he put out other videos, his video didn't show the kid. It didn't show the parents. It didn't say, I hate these parents, they're the worst. He's not the one saying the plane shouldn't have kids on it. He's just saying this is annoying. He's not judging the parents.
You're getting real worked up here.
So I don't understand what problem they have with him.
Okay,
he didn't show them.
Okay, I'm gonna speculate. This is clearly speculation because I don't know these people at all. But I'm speculating that they took it personally, like almost like they were attacked because they're likely parents.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a response to something he's not saying.
Yeah.
Like for instance, the second woman said what you said, which is they're probably having a worse experience than you.
Yeah.
Noted. I'm still annoyed.
Yeah.
Like I can fully understand that, and maybe he did. It doesn't make the noise less annoying. So why can't he post a thing that only shows his own face, is pitched to be comical, like he's talking about like great stamina and stuff like that. He didn't say screw these parents, they're the worst. Like I feel like they're responding to other stuff that annoys them that he is not actually doing.
That's a fair point. I think that's a fair point.
Which they're allowed to do in the same way he's allowed to respond to the baby.
You know, I think that the solution to speech you don't like is more speech. And that's what we're seeing here, you know?
You free speech absolutist.
So, all right. Look, I'm so torn on this story. I really am. Because I understand both sides.
I don't understand why you're saying he shouldn't have put up the video?
No.
Who is the video hurting?
Okay, so here's the thing about social media, okay? If you post something, there will be people who are upset. You could literally post about how you're having a fantastic day and you saved puppies from a certain death, and like someone will be offended by it. It's just the nature of social media. It just is.
Yeah.
Which is why I went from like, I remember I used to post on Instagram all the time. It's like torture.
But isn't Instagram a little bit more free from that sort of stuff than like Twitter?
It's better, and I think it has better like protections against the trolls and all the annoying people who try to like come in and rain on your parade when you just like want them to leave you alone. But even still, right? Something that you might think is totally harmless, someone will take something out of it and be like deeply offended by it. So look, I don't have a problem with him posting it. I also don't have a problem with people like criticizing him for it.
Yeah, they're allowed to.
Yeah. So there's one other video I want to get to, and this is a mom who actually refers back to the whole notion of maybe having some child-free flights as an option for people who don't want to deal with kids who are crying. So let's take a look at that.
There are so many people in this comment section who are saying that they would pay extra for kids-free flights. And you know what? Please pay extra for kids-free flights. Make the flights with the kids cheaper and just only allow parents with kids so that we can all help each other. We can share snacks. We can swap iPad chargers. We can let each other get up to go to the bathroom. We can all just have a compassionate, kind, loving flight without people who are judgmental and horrible to these tiny human beings who have a right to public transportation, just like every human being does. So I think that sounds amazing. Please pay extra.
Blue hair, have you met Americans? And especially parents? Like,
well, she seems like a nice parent.
She sounds lovely.
She seems nice.
She's lovely, but that's the thing. She's projecting her loveliness onto others. I have witnessed how parents are with one another. And they're the most judgmental people literally on the planet. Are you kidding me right now?
I haven't, I don't know.
By the way, I'm not against that idea. Like, try it. It would be a fun experiment. But like the idea that it would be like this egalitarian, like utopia where all the parents are like, you're a great parent, and I am not judging you as your child screams at the top of their lungs. I swear to you, you are wonderful. You're just
they
great.
might be more understanding
no, I don't
on
buy
average.
It for a
I don't
second.
know.
I would put money on it. Like, there's no way. Like, people are people. It doesn't matter if you have kids or not. People are people at the end of the day. And right now, we're in this like environment, this climate of like nastiness, whether you have kids or not.
We are, and I don't think that his video is a great example of it. Like that's why I would say to the people on the other side about the let's just have a flight without the kids, as if that's the only annoying thing on flights.
Oh, there's so many.
Let's not have flights with people who are picking fights with flight attendants or people who get on there that are actively ill and sneezing all over the place, or that want to talk to you nonstop when you clearly don't want to. There's a lot of sources of annoyance on a plane.
Airlines specifically design the whole situation to be one massive inconvenience and annoyance. Like that's the whole point. They want it to be so torturous. This is the business model. Like it's on the record. Their business model is let's make people so uncomfortable that they're willing to potentially pay literally thousands of dollars extra to fly in first class. Which by the way, like first class ain't all that either. It's like, oh, you might be able to sit and not have your knees touch the seat in front of you. You might, maybe. Like, it's crazy.
Hey, you're at least shorter. Then my knees are always pressed up against the back.
Yeah, you and Christian, you guys are really tall.
Which always surprises people when they meet us for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm not tall.
Maybe because on these chairs we're made to all look like we're the same height. But anyway, look, I personally think that the only solution to all of these problems, and maybe it'll help out the parents as well as the people who don't like the sound, is when you get on the plane and you turn and it's like the first flight attendant's like, welcome to the flight or whatever. As soon as you turn, a second flight attendant should pop out of a hidden compartment and jab you in the neck with a paralytic or something. Like you should just be put out for the flight. And then they cart you out when the plane gets where you're going. And they just leave you there and eventually you wake up and go about your life. I don't think anyone should be conscious on a plane. They should knock you out.
It sounds like how our medical system treats people with mental health issues.
But let's turn it to the use of good.
Okay, no, I would love to be heavily sedated on a flight, like where I don't even know I'm on the flight. I'm gone.
That would be great. Yeah,
Wouldn't it be great if they offered like an anesthesiologist? It's like, you wanna pay a little extra? We'll knock you out for the entirety of the flight.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
$1,000 upcharge, fine.
All right, but by the way, who cares what we think? We wanna know what you think. So we actually have a poll on this, tyt.com/polls if you wanna participate. Is this TikToker guilty of complaining about a screaming baby on his flight? 2 options, guilty, not guilty.
What does that even mean? Is he guilty for
you are
guilty
very
in what way?
Defensive on behalf of this individual.
That's so vague. I would say, is he in the wrong? Should he not have posted it? Should he be banned from flights?
Don't question the methodology of our very scientific polls.
Yeah, he did complain. What does guilt mean in this context? I'm like Jordan Peterson.
They know.
I just break down every word.
What do you mean, do?
What do you mean for?
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.